No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Don't have an ordinary Monday. Have a Burger Monday at Beef O'Brady's. Stacked high with fresh Angus and fries, just $5.49 all day. Beef O'Brady's Burger Mondays. Nobody outbeefs beefs. Never mess with another man's sandwich. Like Beef O'Brady's new prime rib sandwich. Pure indulgence on a French baguette. Or Beef's new pulled pork sandwich. Get $5 off at beefobradys.com. Morning time isn't always pretty. Unless you're having the ultimate weekend breakfast at Beef O'Brady's, then everything looks good. Beef up your breakfast this weekend at Beef O'Brady's starting at 7 a.m. Enjoy traditional breakfast favorites, omelets, breakfast bowls, and sandwiches. Even specialties like Beef's corned beef and hash skillet, souffle pancakes, and beignets. Come as you are. We won't judge. See you at Beef's.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another session of Sports Talk 49 live and always exclusively on NSPN, iTunes, everywhere you can watch podcasts or hear podcasts. It's on all locations across the globe. I'm Blake Anthony. This is Sports Talk 49. Overreaction, the overreaction show. Just, or underreaction. Sometimes it's overreaction. Sometimes it's underreaction. Is it both? Could it be both? Who knows? But I'm here to just talk about a few things. One of them is above. Panthers clipped, records broken. No linebackers, no problem. Well, that's just what it is. Bucs beat Panthers on a skeleton crew defense, 21-18. Bucs again score under the average points, but you did get to almost to 22 and you won a game. Crazy how I said these things. You just get the league average. You tend to almost win games or be really close to win games when you score the average of points in the league. And the Bucs again, the defense with the skeleton crew held another team under the average points a game. So we keep talking about. See, it's funny when you talk about the defense because all you hear is them say they give up so much yards. It's the point. It's the way to win games: getting yards or scoring points. Which one is it? Because of the yards, there's some paper champs out here if it's just yards. But unfortunately, it doesn't translate to the scoreboard. Unless they're getting yards and points, now it's a different conversation. If you're just getting yards and not points, what's the phrase? Bend but don't break. That's what they are. They bend but they don't break. Under the average points again. Turnovers in the game again. They're almost at like 20 turnovers. They got to be knocking on the door. I'll go through it again to see how many the defense has mustered up. They probably got more. They probably have more turnovers than the offense averages in points in this season. They probably are right knocking on the doors, probably. But I can point out stats if you choose to be ignorant. That's on you. The stats are there. So we're going to talk about FSU getting snubbed, and we're going to talk about Mike Evans breaking the record. And speaking of Mike Evans getting the record, let's just hear a quick interview that they had post-game for him.
Hall of Famer! I just heard him call you a...
It was an issue for both teams.
He's a Hall of Famer! I just heard him call you a legend and a Hall of Famer. You just notched your 10th straight 1,000-yard receiving season. And with that, you are tied with Randy Moss for second most 1,000-yard receiving seasons, only behind Jerry Rice. You said you were chasing history. What does it feel like to hear that?
It means a lot. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. I'm just trying to lead by example. And I've had a lot of great teammates along the way. I hope I can just keep the issue for.
They said they're just an unselfish guy. Just wants to win, man. That's just pretty much it. Just wants to win. Never really been a diva. Yeah, he shows frustration when you don't get the ball. A lot of receivers do because it's a lot of running. That's why they get frustrated, and I get it. There's a difference between where you're not allowing it and Your quarterback's not getting the ball, much like Chris Godwin in this one. Speaking of it, let's talk about the stats here a little bit since I got it up. So we'll talk about Bryce Young, 15 for 31, 178, 0 touchdown passes, and 1 INT. Chuba Hubbard, of course, went off. They had no linebackers in the game. Big shout out to Ryan Neal playing down in the box, playing out of position. 25 carries for 104 yards. Baker, 14 for 29, 202 yards, touchdown, and an interception. Rashad White had another big day, 20 carries, 84 yards, and touchdown. Godwin, his only touch, one carry, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Jonathan Mingo led the Panthers 6 for 69. Evans led the Bucs for 7 receptions, 162 and 1 touchdown. And then this is the part that's alarming. He clearly shows. So I'm telling you that other players and teams are going to look at this. You don't look nobody else's way. 7 receptions, 162 yards, 23 average, and a touchdown, 175 long. And we'll talk about, that later as well. Mike Evans on his touchdown. But 12 targets, and then Rashad White, the back, always catching yards at the backfield. Now, here's the part that's alarming. 5 targets to Trey Palmer, 1 to Tompkins, 1 to Edmonds, and 3 to Godwin. So when you come out of this from under the center, you take a snap, you always are looking at Mike Evans, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either. You got to figure out to spread the ball to everybody. Because sooner or later, the luck that Evans is going to run out. I mean, it has. You threw a pick throwing to him, and it's going to get you into trouble doing that. So you got to be able to spread the ball. Winfield had another big game, had a sack, interception in the game. I think he's like only a couple players have done that. Yaya continues to keep going. J.J. Russell, Ryan Neal, of course, big tackle for loss later on in the game. That's been pretty much it. Xavier Woods got a pick. Anton Winfield got a pick. There was nothing else really big in that as far as in that regards. But that's what you're looking at that game. Like I said, the targets and everything, it says everything. He's got to look at other places where you spread the ball. And we're going to, talking about the tape and all that type of thing later on. We'll talk about, where he's going with the ball and things like that. Because you got to be able to spread that ball, man. You got to be able to spread the ball around. You can't just go to one guy. There's the defense is going to shade that way. And other routes that you have open, you're going to get to them late. And you've seen that in these games where I've shown you guys clips and stuff. Like a lot of you fans, you get so butthurt when people try to show you things in football. It's not here to just rag on them a little bit. When it's the repeated mistakes, then I'm kind of ragging on you. But it's just things that you're missing because you do things that are comfortable for you. Like later on in the game that I showed a big critical third down at the end before the defense got the stop. You had double out routes on the side. You were in the near side to the left. You had Godwin. You had the far side. You had Evans on the other side. And he chose to go to the near side. And I'm starting to believe that his shoulder is an issue. I'm starting to think his shoulder is sore and he can't get certain throws. I have no other answers otherwise why he doesn't do that, why he makes only certain throws. He's already predetermined where he's going to go to the ball pre-snap. Again, I've shown that in plenty of videos. His head goes directly where he's going to the ball. There's no looking off the safeties. There's none of that. Straight to where he's going, and that's where he throws the ball. I don't get it. He was a first overall pick. I just figured these little things he would be good at. But then I just have to start questioning. He's not healthy. His ankle's messed up. That's what they showed in the live broadcast of the game. He's throwing off his back foot. He doesn't have a good base to throw the ball. That's why these balls come up short. That's why these balls are aired, because he doesn't have a good base when he's letting these balls go. That's why they come out inaccurate. I don't understand why he's not setting his feet and throwing. You're not going to be able to deliver good balls. You're not going to be able to deliver pinpoint balls when you don't set your feet. And I'll show you in a clip when he does set his feet and the good things happen when we get into film session, which we'll do here in a minute. it's just the little things, man, and it'll help. And I just hope that the remainder of the season, he will fix these little mistakes and move this offense, because I know fans, all around are you're getting pretty restless watching these same things over and over and over, and you don't really see much change happening. Granted, Rachaad White's getting better. He's pretty much the utility back now. You give him the ball in space, you hand it off to him, and under center, shotgun. They do need another back to spell. You do need some type of a two-back system here. I think they'll look at that in the offseason. That's one thing there. But he's been able to stay healthy all season. That's been the key thing to it, because, he gets injured. That's a whole nother conversation, about him being injured. What are they going to do? At back, Chase Edmonds, Keyshawn Vaughn's just, pretty much a healthy scratch. I just think Keyshawn Vaughn's pretty much fed up with this roster, falling by the wayside pretty much all season since he's been here. I don't know why, because he was a very good back at Vanderbilt. Played in the SEC. He's by far no slouch. I just don't know where the disconnect happens. Sorry, I'm just getting some stuff up for the clip that we're going to talk about when we look at some film here. I just don't know where the disconnect happens with him and his team, because he had very, very high promise to do a lot of things here, and he's the kind of pedigree back that can do it. Like I said, I have no answers of where the disconnect is. I guess you'll have to hear it from him later on, probably when he leaves his team, to find out what exactly happened. That's why I like talking to these guys off air, interviews and things like that, because you hear different sides of the story. And so the different sides of the story, let's talk about Baker Mayfield and this great pass to Mike Evans, for a 75-yard catch, over 1,000-yard receivers, over 60-plus receptions in every season. Let's get the film session, baby. Woo! All right, here we go. Can I play this from here? Do I got to play this down here? No, I got to play it from here. Give me a second. All right. So this is the big play here. It looks like Baker's looking at the coverage on Evans here. I know what he sees. He sees the corner up and the safety off. So that tells you it's either man coverage or some type of zone sliding that way, being how the guys are all matched up here. And when you see a safety or somebody down in the box, that means they're either covering a back or they're coming off the edge, usually, some cases. So let's see what happens here. Motion guy went across. They take him, coverage slides. That's exactly what he wants. The safety backs off, leaving that void right there for Evans. Bang. Balls, look at that. Good base. Balls delivered on time. And only where the receiver can catch it. And the rest is history. Run, Mike Evans, run. Stop getting run down all the time. All right, let's take a look at it from another perspective. Here it is. Good protection here. Line's looking good. Everybody's handling business. Balls delivered. See the base? See the base on him delivering that? Let's take it back just 10 seconds. Look at the base on his feet. That's what I'm talking about the way balls and the throws come out. That's a good base. That's how come that ball's delivered on time. You're confident to throw. You got the look you want, and you got the ball delivered the way you want to. Great job by Baker Mayfield. Like I said, he has the tools to do it. Why you don't do it, I don't know. I can't answer. But he has the tools to do it. No safety. If he's even, he's leaving. And that's a great job by the defender not giving up on the play. Touchdown, Tampa. And that's just what I want to talk about that. Like I said, I know it feels like sometimes I'm always ragging on him. I do that. You ever heard that phrase? You do that because you know a guy has the talent to do stuff, but he's just not doing it. But then when you stop saying stuff about him, that's when you should start worrying. He has the tools to do it, man. Just do it. Just do it. If you can't get the ball deep, I can live with that. Just find the guys underneath that you can find. That's pretty much it. If you can find the guys that are open underneath, get that ball to them. At some point, you got to stretch them out by throwing a deep ball every day. You got to make the defense honest, but just throw Mike a good ball if you're going to throw those to him. If the defender's playing over top coverage, then you throw it behind him where he can go up and use a 6'5" frame and catch it. Just simple things like that. Godwin, you've got to work on something. Whatever your problem is with Chris Godwin, you got to throw these timing balls to him. You got to get the ball to you, man. You're limiting your offense by not spreading this ball around. Each player is responsible for 20% of the play, which sums up 100%. 5 eligible pass catchers are on play each play. You got to find one of those 5 guys. You got to look and find ways to get them the ball, whatever it is, and they have to do their part to catch it. Every piece of that offense has to do their thing. That's pretty much all I got today. They got the victory. It wasn't pretty. It was a skeleton crew. The Bucs live to fight another day, play Atlanta, fight for first place. We'll see what that week's bring. I'll try to look at what Atlanta's probably going to try to do with the Bucs. I don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback position. We'll see. We'll see who's healthy. We'll see who's not healthy. That's going to make a huge difference in who's playing this week or how that game's going to look. Because if they don't have their linebackers this week against Atlanta, it's going to be some issues. And that's pretty much all I got. We got through everything, got through tape and everything. And we'll end this as we always do. You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do with it is entirely up to you. Thank you, guys. God bless. And as always, fire them cannons, baby. Woo! See you guys next time. You'll probably see some clips and stuff like that, some short reels and all that. But always stay tuned, look around, and follow me where we're at. And if you got questions and videos and stuff you want me to play or stuff you want to talk about, send it to me. Misador will. You will too. I don't care if we don't disagree. That's fine. I don't hate anybody. See you guys next time.